Namaste everyone. Welcome to my channel Ashwin's Astrology. I hope you liked my video so far. Kindly like and share the videos among your friends and family circle, especially with those who are interested in Vedic astrology. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon to receive instant notifications. I have made this video mainly to explain and to convey the importance of Guru Pushya Yoga. Guruvar plus Pushya Nakshatra leads to Guru Pushya Yoga. Firstly, let's try to know what is Pushya Nakshatra, what is the significance of Pushya Nakshatra and the characteristics of Pushya Nakshatra, and then let's go to Guru Pushya Yoga. Pushya Nakshatra. In Sanskrit, Pushya means nourishment and abundance. So, Pushya means to nourish or to nurture and to improve and to provide abundant positive results. Pushya Nakshatra falls in Karkatak Rashi, and the span of Pushya Nakshatra in Karkatak Rashi is from 3 degree 20 minutes to 16 degree 40 minutes. That is the whole 13 degree 20 minutes, the span of a nakshatra, especially Pushya Nakshatra, falls in the same Rashi, Karkatak Rashi. And it is the second nakshatra of Karkatak Rashi. The first one would be Punarvasu, which will have only one pada, that is the fourth pada. That is the first 0 degree to 3 degree 20 minutes, and thereafter Pushya Nakshatra would be there. Pushya Nakshatra is referred to uh, referred as king of all nakshatras. As per our Vedic scriptures, Pushya means very sacred and it is the king of all nakshatras. Pushya Nakshatra is ruled by Shani Dev or Saturn, and the Adidevata is Bruhaspati. So Bruhaspati is the Dev Guru and also happens to be one of the planet in the solar system. But here Nakshatra Adipati is from Vedic astrology point of view, and also we do consider the Adidevata also from the Devata span. So Bruhaspati is the one who rules Pushya Nakshatra here. Pushya Nakshatra second pada, that is 6 degree 40 minutes to 10 degree, happens to be Pushkar Navamsha as well as Pushkar Bhaga. Pushkar Navamsha and Pushkar Bhaga, both of them are very important factors while determining the strength of the horoscope, because any planets in Pushkar Navamsha or Pushkar Bhaga has immense strength and can give abundant of positive results. So Pushya Nakshatra's one of the pada, that is the second pada, falls in Kanya Navamsha, and that's why this span 6 degree 40 minutes to 10 degree will be considered very most auspicious among the whole Pushya Nakshatra. So every Rashi will have one or the other Pushkar Navamsha, and very few Rashis will have one or the other Pushkar Bhaga. And one of them being Pushya Nakshatra, which has both. So if we see any other Nakshatra which has that could be Rohini Nakshatra second quarter or the Rohini Nakshatra second pada, which happens to be both Pushkar Navamsha and Pushkar Bhaga. So similarly, Pushya Nakshatra also has one pada, that is the second pada, which happens to be both Pushkar Navamsha and Pushkar Bhaga, because it is that this span will fall into the benefic Navamsha. So 6 degree 40 minutes to 10 degree will be in Kanya Navamsha, and Kanya Rashi will be a benefic Rashi because it is ruled by Mercury, Buddha. And when Moon is transiting in Pushya Nakshatra, both Jupiter and Saturn would be in harmony. As per natural friendship concept, Jupiter and Saturn are neutral to each other. They are not friends to, they are not neither friends nor enemies, and that's why having both Jupiter and Saturn in harmony is very important, because both of them being such a gigantic planets in solar system, and we know that only when Jupiter and Saturn together influence a house, that's when major events pertaining to that house will take place in a native's life. So if it aspects or if it influences together the fourth house, then the person will be interested in buying property, buying vehicle, or starting some new venture, because fourth house is all about materialistic comforts. So that's what it represents, and also it represents mother also. So some major event in the life of mother also may take place. So Jupiter plus Saturn has to be in harmony to have any major event occur in one's life. And when moon is transiting in Pushya Nakshatra, naturally Jupiter and Saturn would be in harmony. Pushya represents milk items because Pushya is in Karkatak Rashi, which is a watery sign, and Pushya because it is nourishment, nurture to nurture the native's life. So milk is that kind of a food item which actually nourishes one's life also, because we do call milk is a complete food, and that's why all the milk items are a representation of Pushya Nakshatra, and we prefer for all auspicious occasions to have Pushya Nakshatra because it's a Shipra Nakshatra, or the fast moving or the fast paced Nakshatra, and any event which takes place in Pushya Nakshatra will give abundant amount of positive results instantly. So that's why any kind of auspicious occasions are preferred in Pushya Nakshatra except marriage, because the Pushya Nakshatra's Adipati Shani as well as Adidevata Bruhaspati are not generally considered for family life and marital relations, because we do have the Puranic stories for that also, that how Shani's gaze did even cause problems in the life of Ma Parvati and Bhagwan Shiva, and also Bruhaspati, how he was ignorant of his own wife and was more into learning and spiritual sadhana, and almost neglected the family life, because of which Bruhaspati's wife Tara only left Brihaspati. And because of all these factors, the nakshatra which has both Jupiter and Saturn involvement, even though Jupiter's results are considered very benefic, so marriage is that kind of a event which cannot be considered spiritual also, which cannot be considered materialistic also in a complete manner, because it is a kind of a union, or it's a kind of a bond which is beyond spiritual and materialistic span, and hence Pushya Nakshatra is not the right choice of nakshatra for marriage to take place. Because if anyone gets married in Pushya Nakshatra, either of the spouse would be more interested in career, would be more interested in learning, or would be more interested in spirituality and might forget the other spouse and also the family life. So this can even go to the level of rupturing of the relation also if they have divorce yoga in their individual horoscope. So, hence, Pushya Nakshatra is generally not recommended for any kind of marital relations or any kind of relative. Uh, it's only marriage you can take, because it's the only kind of an event which happens in Shodasha Samskara, which is slightly different from spiritual and materialistic ones. So, Pushya Nakshatra is highly auspicious, is most preferred nakshatra for any kind of auspicious occasions except marriage. So now let's see what does Guru Pushya Yoga holds for us on 22nd February 2024. What are the things we need to follow, and what are the activities we can do here, and what kind of results we can expect. So I have explained all in this Guru Pushya Yoga. So we know now that Guruvar plus Pushya Nakshatra, that is one moon is transiting in Pushya Nakshatra and that happens to be Guruvara, then it is called as Guru Pushya Yoga. Few people do even call this as Guru Pushyamrita Yoga because this gives results like Amrit, that is long lasting. And that's why this is also called as Guru Pushyamrita Yoga. Pushya Nakshatra starts on 21st of February only around 2:18 p.m. IST, and then it will be there till 22nd of February till evening, as mentioned here. Then the Tithi from Panchanga point of view, which I am covering here, has Magha Shukla Trayodashi, and we will have one of the yoga, Saubhagya Yoga. So you don't need to confuse the Guru Pushya Yoga and Saubhagya Yoga. So we have 27 yogas in the Panchang, the five elements, Titi, Vara, Nakshatra, Yoga, and Karna. So, Titi, we know there are 14 plus 2, 16 types of Titi, and also again they are repeated in Shukla Paksha, Krishna Paksha. And then we have Vara, 7 Varas. Then we have Nakshatra, 27. Similarly, we have Yogas has 27 yogas, and one among them is known as Saubhagya Yoga. So, this is as per the name only, it suggests it is a very auspicious yoga. So Tithi being Magha Shukla Trayodashi, which is a Pradosh, and also moon will be in a higher strength because this is a Jaya Tithi, Mangal or Mars Tithi Trayodashi it is. And because this is very near to Purnima, moon will be in complete strength. So this is a very good Tithi, very good yoga from Panchang point of view, and very good nakshatra, and Vara is also very good. So all the Panchanga elements are forming in a very greater or a very feasible way, which can give us abundant amount of positive results. And hence, February 22nd is one such date where we have all the things in a feasible manner. If we even say from the Karana, it will be Taitila Karana, and next it will be Garja Karana, which are also feasible Karanas. I have not mentioned here, but just mentioning for your reference, if you're thinking what about the other fifth element which she was mentioning. So that's what I wanted to convey. So this Guru Pushya Yoga has all the five elements of Panchang in harmony, and all the five are contributing the best of itself. And hence, this Guru Pushya Yoga is very important, and this has to be considered highly auspicious. Usually, Guru Pushya Yoga is formed thrice or max to max 4 times in a year, and it is the first time, or it's a very rare times, that Guru Pushya Yoga will be there for more than 24 hours. So as you can see here, Guru Pushya Yoga, we can see here, Pushya Nakshatra usually will not be there for more than 24 hours, and we can see major amount of time in Guruvar it is there. So totally Pushya Nakshatra will be there for 26 hours, and Guru Pushya Yoga will be there for almost 16 to 17 hours, and that's very very important. So if we take from the Suryodaya has Guruvar, so around 6 o'clock till 16 hours 43 minutes, so it will become almost 10 to 11 hours. So Guru Pushya Yoga having for 10 to 11 hours is highly auspicious, and at the same time having the Trayodashi Tithi, Saubhagya Yoga, and all these Karanas are also it makes much more auspicious. And also on this day, we have two more yogas, that is Amrit Siddhi Yoga and Sarvartha Siddhi Yoga. So almost all our wishes will be fulfilled if we take up the right actions on this day. If we do any kind of spiritual sadhana, or if we pray to God with all the wishes in our heart, so all these wishes would be fulfilled because of such auspiciousness of this day. And this is the best occasion for all auspicious activities except marriage. And anything started or executed on this day is nurtured well and also provides abundant of positive results. So it gets improved over the time, and it will give abundant positive results no matter what the current situation is. And hence, Guru Pushya Yoga is not a normal yoga. Even though it forms thrice or 4 times in a year, it will usually used to be there for 3 or 4 hours, because Guruvar also has to come, Pushya Nakshatra also has to come. But this time we can see it is there for almost 10 11 hours, and that's why this is considered as very auspicious yoga. Guru Pushya Yoga is highly auspicious if anyone is planning to start education. They want to learn any new skill, music, art, dance, or any kind of, if they want their children to join school also. I know it usually June, May is the time period, or if anyone is going to start something new venture also, new business, or joining to a job, or starting any new project in job, any public or private sector, or starting something new in the job also, Guru Pushya Yoga is considered very favorable, and it is very good for Griha Pravesh also, or for any kind of activities which needs a longer duration of or longer time period of uh, health, wealth, and happiness. And for buying gold ornaments, silver articles, also this Guru Pushya Yoga is considered highly auspicious. For any kind of investments, for any kind of spiritual sadhana, or anything which leads to materialistic comforts except marriage, Guru Pushya Yoga is highly favorable and highly recommended as well. So, for any kind of activities except marriage, which has to lead to abundant positive results, or you're expecting instant results, so this is highly auspicious. Any fault in Muhurta on this day will be nullified and assures 99.99% success for the native, because this yoga is such an auspicious one that it can take up all, or it can absorb all of the negative stuffs and give only the positive stuffs. And hence, Guru Pushya Yoga is not a normal yoga but a very highly auspicious yoga. Om Gram Greem Grom Saha Gurave Namaha. So, by chanting this Bija mantra of uh, Guru, that is planet Jupiter, Bruhaspati, I would like to end this video here. I hope I have conveyed all the required information about Guru Pushya Yoga. Please do provide your feedback and suggestions in the comment box and let me know what you did on Guru Pushya Yoga. That is on 22nd of February 2024. So please don't forget to like and share the video among your friends and family circle. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, kindly subscribe to my channel. It will be a good encouragement for whatever videos or whatever content I'm trying to bring in front of you. And also press the bell icon to receive instant notifications. Until we meet next time, thank you and have a good day.